Hey peeps, how's it going? Serena here for our weekly catch-up and Q&A. If any of you catch me live and have any questions that you want to share with me, we tend to do this on a Saturday for a number of reasons. To celebrate the week that has gone and all the small little wins that you have accomplished, which are all worthy of celebration, and to continue to motivate you to stay on track, to take the best possible care of yourself, whatever that might look like right now. And it's important to understand that the journey to success is not a journey of linear progress. You will not continue to get better and better and better and better each day or each week. There are bound to be ups and downs. Ups and downs are part of the journey. But for as long as you have a system which allows you to remain accountable, which allows you to track your progress, which allows you to move gradually, and which allows you to move systematically, and which works for you, you will get benefits even during the weeks where perhaps things didn't go to plan, or you didn't get to do everything that you would have liked to, or the weeks that you perceive as being particularly challenging, or even in some ways a failure. So my message to you today is there is no such thing as failing on this journey. The journey towards your most fit, healthy and confident self is one of learning, growing, evolving. So for as long as you are headed in the right direction, even as you face challenges and stumbling blocks, they are not to be labeled failures. They are only to be labeled learning opportunities. Because let me tell you, the greatest learnings actually come from those moments that hit you hard and that leave you shook into your core, and that leave you feeling sometimes even a bit down. It's important to reframe your perspective, switch your mindset around them, and immediately recognize what it is that you learned from that challenge, from that experience, that you would have not otherwise learned. So for instance, if you had a week where your eating was completely out of control and you don't know what was wrong with you for whatever reasons, and for us ladies, sometimes our time of the month affects it because of hormones disruptions, or for anybody else it could be a particularly stressful week where your emotions got out of control, tying this back to all the work that we did around emotional eating as part of our nutrition course. Or it could be some piece of negative news or particularly challenging information that you received which you weren't able to immediately process in a constructive way, and which led to you comfort eating more than you generally do, or more than you would like to. There are so many things that come along the way that are bound to shake us, that are bound to kind of make us feel a little bit wobbly. And those are the moments where we can learn some of the most priceless lessons that will actually renew our commitment, that will actually strengthen our determination, and that will actually propel us forward even more. So what I would love for you to do is, I would love for you to take a moment to look back at the week and look at first of all the things that you did right. What are all the small, tiny little wins that are worthy of celebration, the signal progress in any way, or the signal consistency? Because it's not just about progressing and always getting better. It's actually about, on some weeks, it's about just staying with the process and just being consistent with it without expecting any new results or trying any new things. And so I would love for you to think of at least 3, ideally 5, small wins that are worthy of notice, that are worthy of celebration. They can be as small as, I had my usual healthy breakfast every week, or I had a healthy snack once a week, or I managed to squeeze in one workout, or I managed to go out for one walk. You gotta get into this habit of celebrating your wins every single week. In fact, I do it every day, to be honest, but at least once a week. Because remember that progress is your greatest motivator. Progress is what keeps you on track. Feeling like you're succeeding will continuously make you want to do better. So that's the number one thing I would love for you to do. The second thing that I would love for you to do is identify the top 3 to 5 challenges that you've experienced. What were they? What do they look like? What happened? Spend some time analyzing with the mind of a scientist, not to make yourself feel guilty, not to judge yourself, not to berate yourself, not to really nurture a sense of regret. Really just look at it with the intent of seeing what it is that you can learn from that experience. What was the hidden gem? What was the gift that the experience has taught you? What did you discover from it that you wouldn't have discovered otherwise? And by all means, and actually I'm gonna tag you in this video so that you can catch the replay, share them in the comments. Remember, this is your safe hub. This is your safe community. Everybody celebrates with you and everybody supports you when you need the support. And there is so much power in sharing and engaging others into your progress and your challenges. I can't verbalize it enough. So, top 3 wins from the previous week, top 3 challenges from the previous week. Share them if you feel compelled to do so. I highly encourage you to do so and build this habit of doing this as regularly as you possibly can. There is no such thing as failing at this. You can't fail at trying to do your best, even when your best looks nothing like it. And even when you know that you're not doing your best, you can still turn that into an opportunity to learn something new and discover something that you wouldn't have otherwise discovered. So let's think, just switch your perspective and always think in terms of learnings and opportunities. The last thing that I want to leave you with, hi Sherry, I hope you're doing great, it's great to see you. I want to remind you of the fundamental principle of the tripod theory. I've talked about this before, but I want to remind you again. If you're having a particularly challenging time for whatever reason, and you feel particularly wobbly, and you feel particularly shaken, and you feel like you're finding it hard to either stay on track or to get new results, and you feel like what has worked up until this point is no longer working for you, or like you're taking steps back, whatever it may be, I invite you to think of the tripod theory. And this is extensively described in my book, Make the Shift. So if you don't have a copy of the book, I highly encourage you to get one, because I really talk a lot about it and how this principle, this theory, which we have been able to discover, and it's based on over 20 years of experience transforming the well-being of over 500 professionals across 5 countries. So there's a lot of data behind this theory, endless amount of data. The tripod theory, your optimum level of health, fitness, well-being and confidence sits at the top of this tripod, a structure with 3 legs, 3 pillars, the 3 fundamental pillars of well-being. Remember, we've talked about them before. I'm just reinforcing a concept that is never too old and is never redundant, because there's always something new that you will get out of it depending on what it is that you're dealing with right now. Focus, food, fitness, 3 F's. You gotta remember them in terms of the 3 F's. Focus, food, and fitness, right? Those are the 3 pillars. Think about this. When you feel wobbly, when you feel, or you've fallen down altogether, you've like hit what they say rock bottom, whatever that might look for you. I don't particularly love the expression, but for lack of better words, I'm just driving the concept home. Essentially, in our experience, what that generally means is simply that your current strategy is not allowing you to systematically and consistently strengthen the 3 pillars in a way that works for you. Either because you have outgrown it, or because you've started paying a little too much attention to 1 or 2 of the pillars, but not all 3. So if you're wobbly, if you're shaking, if you feel like something's going on and you don't quite know what it is, just think, am I doing the right work on the focus pillar? Am I doing the right work on the food pillar? Am I doing the right work on the fitness pillar? Where is the gap? And if you have the book, I invite you to revisit the chapter, because in the book I also talk about the 3 pillars of focus, the 3 pillars of food, and the 3 pillars of fitness. So if you identify that the issue is with your food right now, then you look at the 3 pillars of food and you go like, okay, so which one of these 3 pillars may I be neglecting right now, perhaps? But the first step to do is focus, food and fitness. Is your current strategy still effective for you at the level of all 3 pillars in a way that is systematic, cohesive, that is tailored to you, your goal, your preferences? Is your tripod strong? Are you going strong on the tripod? If you either are taking steps back or are hitting a plateau, the answer is on the tripod. One of the legs is being neglected, either consciously or unconsciously. And if you can't quite figure it out, remember, we have a free, comprehensive scorecard questionnaire on our website that you can do however many times you want. We will never charge you for it, although it costs us thousands of pounds to develop. It only takes 5 minutes. Go on our website, wholeshitwellness.com, click scorecard, and just score yourself. See where you're at with it right now. Your scores is bound to vary with you and fluctuate. And that will immediately allow you to assess, okay, oh look, my lowest score is on fitness. So let me take a look. What is it that I need to improve on the fitness pillar? 5 minutes, answer 4 questions, you get a comprehensive PDF report with your unique score. Check your spam folder if you don't receive it. And in 5 minutes already you will have gained so much clarity. You can only improve what you measure and what you're clear about. So don't spend too much time in that state of confusion and overwhelm. Just clear your head and just analyze things as if you were a third party looking at you, your choices, and your tripod with the mind of a scientist. You're not judging yourself, you're not berating yourself, you're not regretting anything that you've done. You're just looking for the clues, looking for the information that are going to allow you to continue to strive forward in a motivated and powerful way, or pick yourself up and take things to the next level, whatever your current circumstances are. If you have any questions, any comments, any concerns about any of these, you know what to do. We're here for you. Hit us up, share in the comments, send us a message. Let's do it. You know, this is your hub. This is your community. This is your family. We're here for you. And if you feel inclined to do so, I would highly recommend you do so. Share your top 3 wins from last week. As small as they might be, they all count. And your top 3 challenges, whatever they may be. Nobody's judging you here. There's so much power in that simple act of sharing in the comments with the group. Or these are the things I'm proud of. These are the things that I wish I'd handled differently. This is what I've learned from it. Just simply writing it down will clarify so much in your mind. It's truly the most powerful exercise. I can't emphasize it enough. this is all I want to leave you with. I hope it was useful. Give us a thumbs up or a love or whatever it is. If you enjoyed it, share in the comments if you feel inclined to do so. If there are particular subjects or little nuggets that you want us to share in these quick weekly sessions, we are open to always to your feedback and to your input. Of course, we want to cater to you as best as we can. That's why we're here. We're here to set you up for success. But I felt really compelled to remind you of this because without fail, whenever somebody's having a particularly tricky time, and like our one-on-one coaching clients, shifters that do one-on-one work with us, we go back to it time and time again, and immediately we spot something. It literally takes minutes, and especially if you do the scorecard questionnaire, it will only take minutes for you to figure out what's going on with you. So stay with it, you guys. Remember, there is no failure. Failure doesn't exist. As long as you're learning from whatever it is that's going on, then that's all you can possibly ask for. So shift your perspective around things, stay with the process, focus food and fitness, lean into the group, make the most of the activities in here, whatever that might look for you right now, and ask us, never hesitate to contact us if you have any questions at all. I hope you're doing fabulous. We'll see you very soon. Ciao for now.